What if everything you thought you knew about Jesus was only a fraction of the real story? What if the most profound teachings, key to unlocking your divine potential, were deliberately concealed, shrouded in mystery for centuries? The truth is, the accepted narrative of Jesus as a solely religious figurehead has overshadowed a deeper, more potent truth. That his wisdom contains the keys to activating your pineal gland and achieving Christ consciousness. This isn't about blind faith. It's about awakening to a power within you that can transform your reality. The main premise of Jesus' message wasn't about external worship, but about internal realization, a direct connection to the divine facilitated by the pineal gland, often referred to as the seat of the soul. This tiny, pinecone-shaped gland acts as a biological antenna, receiving and transmitting frequencies of higher consciousness. By understanding and applying the secret techniques embedded in Jesus' teachings, you can directly influence the pineal gland, unlocking an elevated state of consciousness characterized by boundless love, profound compassion, and direct experiential knowledge of the divine. Consider Jesus' own words, "The kingdom of God is within you." This wasn't a metaphor. It was a practical instruction, a roadmap to inner transformation. This inner kingdom is not some far-off celestial place, but a state of being accessible here and now, within the depths of your own consciousness. Christ consciousness is not about adhering to religious dogma or worshiping a distant figure. It's about embodying the qualities of love, compassion, and unity that Jesus exemplified. Experiencing Christ consciousness might manifest as a sudden surge of overwhelming love for all beings, a profound sense of interconnectedness, or an intuitive understanding of the universe's deepest mysteries. It's a state where the ego dissolves, boundaries blur, and you realize your inherent oneness with all that is. It's a knowing that transcends intellectual understanding, an experiential truth that rewires your very being. Activating Christ consciousness has profound implications, not only for your personal life, but for the future of our planet. By unlocking your inner potential, you can experience greater inner peace, cultivate more fulfilling relationships, and live a life of purpose and meaning. But the impact extends far beyond the individual. As more and more people awaken to this higher state of consciousness, a collective shift begins to occur, paving the way for a more harmonious, sustainable, and enlightened world. Imagine a world where compassion reigns, where empathy guides our actions, and where collaboration replaces competition. This is the promise of Christ consciousness. Understanding and applying Jesus' esoteric teachings allows you to break free from the societal conditioning that keeps you trapped in a state of spiritual slumber. Traditional religious views, while offering comfort and community, can also serve as a form of control, limiting your perception of reality and suppressing your inner potential. By questioning these long-held beliefs and embracing the transformative power of inner work, you can unlock previously untapped capabilities within yourself. This hidden potential is the key to unlocking greater creativity, heightened intuition, and profound spiritual growth. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about mastering your life and manifesting your deepest desires. The true message is that spiritual awakening comes from within, through direct experience and personal transformation, not through blind adherence to external religious dogma or rituals. To fully grasp this, we need to understand the pineal gland not as a mere biological organ, but as a biological transducer, a sophisticated antenna that receives and transmits subtle energies, bridging the gap between the physical and spiritual realms. Scientifically, the pineal gland is known to produce melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep cycles, and DMT, a powerful psychedelic compound linked to mystical experiences. Symbolically, it's represented as the third eye in numerous cultures, from ancient Egypt to Hinduism, signifying its role in spiritual insight and higher consciousness. Frequency, vibration, and resonance are essential concepts for understanding how the pineal gland interacts with consciousness and the universe. Everything in existence vibrates at a specific frequency, and when two frequencies resonate with each other, they amplify one another. The pineal gland, when properly activated, can be tuned to higher frequencies of awareness, allowing you to access deeper levels of consciousness and connect with the divine. Think of a radio receiver. By tuning into a specific frequency, you can access different stations and hear different broadcasts. Similarly, by tuning your pineal gland through practices like meditation and chanting, you can access different states of awareness and unlock new levels of understanding. Jesus' teachings, when viewed through an esoteric lens, align remarkably with core concepts in Hermeticism, Gnosticism, and Kabbalah. The Hermetic principle of as above, so below finds resonance in Jesus' teachings on the interconnectedness of all beings, emphasizing that what happens in the microcosm, the individual, affects the macrocosm, the universe. This connection between Jesus' teachings and ancient wisdom traditions reveals a universal spiritual thread, suggesting that the path to enlightenment is not confined to any one religion or belief system. Throughout Jesus' teachings, we find recurring symbols of light, eyes, and inner vision, hinting at the importance of the pineal gland and inner awakening. Jesus referred to himself as the light of the world, urging his followers to open their eyes to see and their ears to hear. This wasn't just poetic language, it was a call to awaken the inner light, to activate the pineal gland, and to perceive the world with expanded awareness. This recurring symbolism points to a deeper understanding of consciousness and its connection to the physical body. But if these esoteric interpretations hold such profound potential, why have they been suppressed or overlooked for so long? Who benefited from keeping this knowledge hidden, and what historical forces were at play to obscure this message? Could it be that the accepted narrative of Jesus has been strategically shaped to maintain control and limit access to true spiritual power? The answers to these questions lie in the shadows of history, waiting to be revealed. The journey continues as we will uncover secrets about the Council of Nicaea as a turning point. But to understand how these forces operated, we must first reframe our understanding of Jesus himself, moving beyond the limitations of religious dogma to recognize him as a master teacher of esoteric principles. The Jesus presented by mainstream Christianity is often a sanitized, depowered version of the original. His message, once a vibrant call to inner transformation, has been reduced to a set of rules and rituals, obscuring the radical wisdom at its core. What if the true Jesus was not just a savior to be worshipped, but a guide, offering a path to self-realization and the activation of your own divine potential? Consider the Gnostic Gospels, texts excluded from the canonical Bible, which portray Jesus as a mystical figure, emphasizing direct spiritual experience and inner knowing over blind faith. These texts, though controversial, offer a glimpse into a more esoteric understanding of Jesus' mission, one that resonates with Hermetic and Kabbalistic teachings. His ministry was far more than public sermons. It was a mystery school for initiates ready to embark on the path of inner transformation, a school whose lessons remain accessible to those who seek them with open hearts and minds. The kingdom of heaven is within you. This isn't just a comforting sentiment, it's a profound Hermetic principle, a key to unlocking the hidden truths within. The word kingdom doesn't refer to a physical place, but to a state of consciousness, a dominion of inner peace and power. Heaven isn't a reward to be earned after death, but a state of being accessible in the present moment. It is an alignment with the divine that resides within. This inner kingdom is accessed through the pineal gland, the biological gateway to higher consciousness. It is in this chamber that your transformation occurs. By turning inward, by stilling the mind and opening the third eye, you can access this realm of infinite potential. This journey of self-discovery is the essence of inner alchemy, the transmutation of your limited self into your unlimited divine self. Jesus' teachings on love, forgiveness, and compassion are not mere ethical guidelines. They are powerful techniques for transcending duality and experiencing oneness, the hallmark of Christ consciousness. Love your enemies isn't about condoning harmful behavior. It's about dissolving the ego boundaries that separate you from others. It's about recognizing the shared humanity, the divine spark that resides within every being, regardless of their actions. When you practice unconditional love, you break free from the cycle of judgment and resentment, opening yourself to a state of unity and interconnectedness. Consider Jesus' actions on the cross, forgiving those who were crucifying him. This was not a passive act of resignation, but a demonstration of the ultimate power of love to transcend hatred and violence. This is active compassion, the driving force behind transcending duality. But to truly grasp the depth of Jesus' teachings, we must learn to decode the symbolic language of his parables. These aren't just simple moral stories. They are encoded teachings containing profound esoteric truths about the nature of reality and the path to spiritual awakening. Take the parable of the sower, for instance. On the surface, it seems to be about different types of soil and the varying success of seeds planted in them. But on a deeper level, it's an alchemical allegory representing the different states of consciousness and the obstacles that prevent spiritual growth. The rocky ground symbolizes a closed mind, resistant to new ideas. The thorny ground represents distractions and worldly attachments that choke the potential for enlightenment. The good soil represents an open, receptive heart, ready to nurture the seeds of divine wisdom. Jesus himself alluded to the hidden nature of his parables when he stated, "I speak to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand." This wasn't an attempt to be secretive, but rather an acknowledgement that these deeper truths can only be understood by those who are spiritually prepared to receive them. He spoke this way intentionally to make sure only the most prepared students would grasp the messages. Now, let's turn our attention to the biological key to unlocking Christ consciousness, the pineal gland. While modern science recognizes its role in regulating sleep cycles through the production of melatonin, its true potential extends far beyond this. The pineal gland is not just a biological organ, it's a biological transducer, capable of receiving and transmitting subtle energies related to consciousness. Its crystalline structure and piezoelectric properties suggest that it can interact with electromagnetic fields, acting as a receiver for higher frequencies of information. Emerging research indicates that the pineal gland may be involved in enhanced or altered states of consciousness, linking it to mystical experiences and spiritual insight. This tiny gland holds the key to unlocking vast realms of awareness. The pineal gland's production of DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, further supports its role as a gateway to altered states of consciousness. Often referred to as the spirit molecule, DMT is a naturally occurring psychedelic compound found in various plants and animals, including humans. Scientific evidence suggests that DMT can induce vivid imagery, altered perceptions of time and space, and profound feelings of unity with the divine. Many individuals who have experienced near-death experiences report similar sensations and visions, leading some researchers to hypothesize that the pineal gland releases DMT during these critical moments, facilitating a transition to another realm of consciousness. Consider this: the pineal gland, this tiny organ, may be the key to unlocking the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between. Throughout history, the pineal gland has been revered as the third eye in various cultures, symbolizing intuition, psychic abilities, and spiritual insight. In ancient Egypt, the Eye of Horus, a powerful symbol of protection and divine vision, bears a striking anatomical resemblance to the pineal gland. In Hinduism, the Ajna chakra, located in the center of the forehead, corresponds to the third eye and is associated with intuition and spiritual awakening. The location of the pineal gland, deep within the brain, mirrors its esoteric function as a gateway to inner realms. It is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the seat of intuition and higher consciousness. However, to fully unlock the pineal gland's potential, it's crucial to address the issue of calcification. Fluoride, chlorine, and other toxins found in our water supply, food, and environment can accumulate in the pineal gland, hindering its function and blocking access to higher states of consciousness. Decalcifying the pineal gland is therefore a crucial step in unlocking its full potential. By avoiding these harmful substances and adopting a pineal-friendly diet, you can remove the veil that separates you from your inner vision. Prioritize consuming organic foods, purified water, and supplements like iodine, boron, and magnesium, which are known to support pineal gland health. Conversely, reduce your intake of processed foods, sugary drinks, and artificial sweeteners, which can contribute to calcification. This detoxifying lifestyle will keep your pineal gland in top condition. With the pineal gland primed, you can now pursue Christ consciousness. Remember, Christ consciousness is not a religious title reserved for Jesus, but a universal state of being characterized by unconditional love, compassion, wisdom, and direct experiential knowledge of the divine. Traditional Christian interpretations often portray Christ consciousness as an exclusive attribute of Jesus, setting him apart from humanity. However, a more universal understanding recognizes that this state of being is accessible to all, regardless of their religious beliefs or background. It is a potential inherent within every human being, waiting to be awakened. The key characteristics of Christ consciousness are profound and transformative. Unconditional love permeates every aspect of your being, extending to yourself, your loved ones, and even those who may have caused you harm. Compassion arises spontaneously, allowing you to empathize with the suffering of others and act with kindness and generosity. Forgiveness becomes effortless, releasing you from the burden of resentment and freeing you to move forward. And perhaps most profoundly, you experience a deep sense of interconnectedness, recognizing that you are not separate from others or from the universe itself. These attributes are more than feelings, they are fundamental shifts in perception, transforming how you experience the world and your place within it. Achieving Christ consciousness involves transcending the ego, that limited sense of self that clings to identity, possessions, and beliefs. The ego creates the illusion of separation, convincing you that you are an isolated individual, separate from others and from the divine. However, through practices like meditation and mindfulness, you can quiet the ego's incessant chatter and connect with your deeper self, that aspect of your being that is inherently connected to all that is. As the ego dissolves, the illusion of separation fades away, replaced by a profound sense of unity and interconnectedness. This recognition that you are an integral part of a larger whole is a hallmark of Christ consciousness. Ultimately, Christ consciousness is not about intellectual understanding or blind belief, but about direct experiential knowledge of the divine. It's about bypassing the intellect and accessing a deeper level of knowing through intuition, inner vision, and altered states of consciousness. Cultivating inner silence and receptivity becomes essential for accessing this direct knowledge. Create space in your life for stillness, whether through meditation, spending time in nature, or simply taking a few moments each day to breathe and connect with your inner self. It is in these moments of quietude that the whispers of the divine can be heard, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe. To cultivate inner silence, meditation and mindfulness practices become powerful allies. These aren't just relaxation techniques. They are potent tools for activating the pineal gland, quieting the ego, and connecting with the present moment. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably without distractions. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, noticing the sensation of each inhale and exhale. As thoughts arise, gently acknowledge them without judgment and guide your attention back to your breath. With consistent practice, you'll find that your mind becomes quieter, allowing you to access deeper states of awareness. As you become more proficient, incorporate visualizations, imagining a beam of light entering your pineal gland, activating and illuminating it. Chanting, mantra, and sound healing offer another avenue for resonating with higher frequencies that stimulate the pineal gland and promote spiritual awakening. Sound has a profound effect on our bodies and minds, capable of altering our brainwave patterns and inducing altered states of consciousness. Explore the power of specific sounds, such as the Om mantra, a primordial sound that resonates with the universe's vibration. Experiment with different chanting techniques and sound frequencies to discover what resonates most deeply with you. The effect of sound healing helps to clear blockages and harmonize your energetic field. Specific breathwork techniques can increase prana, or life force energy, flow to the pineal gland, enhancing its function and promoting spiritual insight. Alternate nostril breathing, for example, involves alternately closing one nostril while inhaling and exhaling through the other. This practice helps to balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain, calm the nervous system, and increase energy flow to the pineal gland. By consciously controlling your breath, you can regulate your energy flow and create the conditions for spiritual insight to arise. This practice can be seamlessly integrated into your daily routine. Finally, consider the ancient practice of safe sun gazing, done only at sunrise or sunset, as a method for absorbing light and energy directly into the pineal gland, promoting spiritual growth and activating dormant potential. Light is a fundamental source of energy and information for our bodies and minds, and the pineal gland is particularly sensitive to its effects. However, it's crucial to practice sun gazing safely, avoiding direct exposure to the sun during peak hours to prevent eye damage. Begin with just a few seconds of gazing at the sun during sunrise or sunset, gradually increasing the duration over time as your eyes become accustomed to it. This practice, when done with intention and reverence, can be a powerful catalyst for spiritual awakening. Are you ready to embrace these techniques and unlock the hidden potential within? The journey continues, and we still have much more to uncover about the forces that have kept this knowledge hidden for so long. To further refine your ability to tap into the divine potential that lies within, it's vital to explore techniques that go beyond the basics, directly influencing the pineal gland through various means. The human brain operates at a range of frequencies, each associated with different states of consciousness. Beta waves are dominant during active thinking and problem-solving, alpha waves during relaxation and creativity, and theta waves during deep meditation and altered states of consciousness. By intentionally shifting your brainwave state, you can create an environment conducive to pineal gland stimulation and enhanced spiritual perception. Consider the potential of moving beyond the constant noise of beta waves and settling into the receptive space of theta. Binaural beats, isochronic tones, and guided visualizations are powerful tools for entraining brainwave frequencies and inducing altered states of consciousness. Binaural beats involve listening to two slightly different frequencies in each ear, which the brain interprets as a single tone at the difference between the two frequencies. This difference tone entrains the brain to that specific frequency, guiding it towards a desired state. Isochronic tones, on the other hand, use pulses of a single tone to achieve the same effect. Guided visualizations combine the power of imagination with the science of brainwave entrainment, allowing you to create vivid mental images that further enhance the process. Imagine yourself surrounded by divine light, feel the warmth of its embrace, and allow it to penetrate your pineal gland, activating and illuminating it from within. Numerous apps and audio tracks are readily available to assist with brainwave entrainment, offering a convenient and accessible way to deepen your spiritual practice. Begin with short sessions and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Remember, consistency is key to achieving lasting results. Crystals, with their unique vibrational properties, offer another avenue for amplifying the pineal gland's energy field and accelerating spiritual awakening. These crystalline structures possess the ability to interact with and amplify subtle energies, creating a resonant field that can influence the human energy system. Quartz crystals, in particular, exhibit piezoelectric properties, meaning they generate an electrical charge when subjected to mechanical stress. This property allows them to amplify subtle energies and enhance the pineal gland's function. Amethyst, with its calming and spiritual properties, is believed to promote intuition and enhance the connection to higher realms. Sodalite, known for its ability to stimulate the third eye chakra, is thought to enhance psychic abilities and facilitate spiritual insight. To harness the power of crystals for pineal gland activation, explore techniques such as placing crystals on your forehead during meditation, creating crystal grids around your meditation space, or simply carrying crystals with you throughout the day. Visualize the crystals radiating their energy, penetrating your pineal gland, and clearing any blockages that may be hindering its function. You might create a crystal grid by arranging crystals in a geometric pattern, amplifying their combined energy field and creating a powerful vortex of spiritual energy. Consider experimenting with different crystal combinations to discover what resonates most deeply with you and supports your unique spiritual journey. Can these tools help you tap into your unlimited potential? Fasting and detoxification offer a powerful approach to cleansing the body and mind, removing toxins that can calcify the pineal gland and hinder its function. Fasting allows the body to focus its energy on detoxification and repair, rather than digestion. This process can help to remove accumulated toxins from the pineal gland, restoring its function and enhancing its sensitivity to subtle energies. Intermittent fasting, juice fasting, and water fasting are different types of fasting, each with its own potential benefits. Intermittent fasting involves restricting your eating window to a specific number of hours each day. Juice fasting involves consuming only fresh fruit and vegetable juices for a period of time, providing the body with essential nutrients while allowing it to detoxify. Water fasting involves consuming only water for a period of time, providing the body with the most intense form of detoxification. Before incorporating fasting into your lifestyle, it's crucial to consult with a healthcare professional, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. When done safely and effectively, fasting can be a powerful tool for enhancing pineal gland health and accelerating spiritual awakening. Combine fasting with a diet rich in organic fruits and vegetables, purified water, and supplements known to support pineal gland health, such as iodine, boron, and magnesium. By nourishing your body with the nutrients it needs and removing the toxins that hinder its function, you can create the optimal conditions for your pineal gland to thrive. How will you cleanse the temple within? The absence of light or darkness plays a crucial role in stimulating melatonin production in the pineal gland, promoting restful sleep and enhancing inner vision. Melatonin, a hormone produced by the pineal gland, regulates sleep-wake cycles and has potent antioxidant properties. During darkness, melatonin production increases, promoting restful sleep and allowing the body to repair and regenerate. Darkness also enhances inner vision, allowing you to access deeper realms of consciousness. The practice of dark room retreats involves spending extended periods of time in complete darkness, intensifying melatonin production and accelerating spiritual awakening. During these retreats, individuals often report experiencing vivid dreams, enhanced intuition, and profound spiritual insights. The lack of external stimuli allows the mind to turn inward, accessing deeper levels of consciousness and connecting with the divine. While darkroom retreats may not be accessible to everyone, creating a dark and quiet sleep environment can still provide significant benefits. Blackout curtains, eye masks, and earplugs can help to minimize external stimuli and promote restful sleep. Just as light is essential for life, darkness is essential for inner growth and spiritual awakening. Remember the alchemical principle of solve et coagula, dissolve and coagulate, highlighting the importance of both light and darkness in achieving balance and activating the pineal gland. With the pineal gland primed and activated, we can now explore the practical application of Jesus' secret teachings in daily life. His emphasis on prayer and meditation aligns perfectly with the practice of connecting with source energy and setting clear intentions for manifesting desired outcomes. Jesus encouraged his followers to believe that what they ask for will be given to them, emphasizing the power of intention and the law of attraction. This wasn't just blind faith, but a recognition of the power of the mind to shape reality. By focusing your thoughts and emotions on your desired outcomes, you can attract those outcomes into your life. Specific prayer styles, such as gratitude prayers and affirmative prayers, align particularly well with pineal gland activation techniques. Gratitude prayers involve expressing gratitude for all the blessings in your life, shifting your focus from lack to abundance. Affirmative prayers involve stating your desired outcomes as if they have already manifested, reinforcing your belief in their potential. When combined with pineal gland activation techniques, such as visualization and meditation, these prayer styles can be incredibly powerful tools for manifesting your desires. Consider visualizing your desired outcomes with vivid detail, feeling the emotions associated with their manifestation, and expressing gratitude for their presence in your life. How can you use prayer to connect with the source and manifest your dreams? Beyond prayer, Jesus' teachings on forgiveness offer a powerful method for clearing energetic blockages that can hinder the pineal gland's function and prevent the experience of Christ consciousness. Holding on to resentment and anger creates energetic blockages in the body, hindering the flow of prana and preventing you from experiencing inner peace and harmony. Forgiveness, on the other hand, releases these blockages, allowing energy to flow freely and promoting healing and well-being. This is not condoning harmful behavior, but freeing yourself from the burden of negativity. Engage in a specific forgiveness exercise or meditation based on Jesus' teachings on compassion and unconditional love. Visualize the person you need to forgive and send them love and compassion, regardless of their actions. Repeat affirmations such as, "I forgive you and I release you with love," or "I forgive myself for any pain or suffering I have caused." Feel the release of tension and negativity as you let go of resentment and embrace forgiveness. This process may take time and effort, but the rewards are well worth it. Forgiveness is not just for the benefit of others, it's for your own healing and liberation. How will you embrace forgiveness and clear the energetic blockages that hinder your spiritual growth? Finally, it is vital to put these teachings into action by aligning your thoughts, words, and deeds with universal laws to improve your overall health and well-being. This includes practicing honesty, integrity, and compassion in all your interactions, and making choices that support your physical, mental, and spiritual health. Prioritize activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul, such as spending time in nature, engaging in creative pursuits, and connecting with loved ones. Cultivate a positive mindset by focusing on gratitude, optimism, and self-compassion. Speak words of kindness, encouragement, and truth, and avoid gossip, criticism, and negativity. Integrate these principles into a daily routine that supports your spiritual growth and enhances your overall well-being. Begin each day with meditation or prayer, setting your intention for the day and connecting with your inner self. Throughout the day, practice mindfulness, paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. End each day with gratitude, reflecting on the blessings in your life and expressing appreciation for all that you have. By consciously aligning your actions, thoughts, and words with universal laws, you can create a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Understanding the application of the teachings now brings into focus why they have been suppressed. The Council of Nicaea stands as a pivotal event in the suppression of esoteric Christianity. It was here, in 325 AD, that Roman Emperor Constantine convened a gathering of Christian bishops to establish a unified doctrine for the Church. While the stated goal was to resolve theological disputes, the council had far-reaching consequences for the future of Christianity, including the suppression of alternative perspectives and the consolidation of power within the Roman Empire. The political and religious motivations behind the selection of specific texts for the Bible cannot be ignored. Emperor Constantine sought to create a religion that would unify his empire, and he used the Council of Nicaea to achieve that goal. Texts that did not align with his agenda were excluded, while those that supported his vision were included. The Gnostic Gospels and other texts, offering alternative perspectives on Jesus' life and message, were deliberately excluded from the Bible, deemed heretical and suppressed. These texts often emphasized direct spiritual experience and inner knowing, challenging the authority of the Church and empowering individuals to connect with the divine on their own terms. The exclusion of these texts marked a turning point in the history of Christianity, shifting the focus from personal transformation to external authority and institutional control. How did this pivotal event shape the course of spiritual history? Today, the suppression of spiritual awareness continues through more subtle, yet equally pervasive methods, including the fluoridation of water, exposure to electromagnetic fields, EMFs, and societal programming that discourages critical thinking and inner exploration. Fluoride, added to many public water supplies under the guise of promoting dental health, has been linked to pineal gland calcification and cognitive impairment. Scientific studies have shown that fluoride can accumulate in the pineal gland, forming calcium phosphate crystals that hinder its function and block access to higher states of consciousness. EMFs, emitted by electronic devices such as cell phones, computers, and Wi-Fi routers, can disrupt the body's natural energy field and interfere with pineal gland function. Societal programming, through media, education, and cultural norms, discourages critical thinking, promotes materialism, and reinforces the illusion of separation. By becoming aware of these modern methods of suppression, you can take steps to protect yourself and reclaim your spiritual sovereignty. What modern methods are clouding your inner vision? Reclaiming your personal power involves rejecting societal programming, seeking out alternative knowledge, and taking control of your own spiritual journey. This requires cultivating critical thinking skills, questioning authority, and trusting your own intuition. Disconnect from the matrix by limiting your exposure to mainstream media, engaging in independent research, and seeking out alternative sources of information. Connect with like-minded individuals, forming communities that support spiritual growth and critical thinking. Practice self-care, nourishing your body, mind, and soul with healthy food, regular exercise, and mindful practices. Embrace your unique gifts and talents, expressing your creativity and sharing your light with the world. By reclaiming your personal power, you can become a sovereign being, living in alignment with your true purpose and potential. The individual awakening of Christ consciousness holds the potential for a global shift in consciousness, leading to a more compassionate, sustainable, and harmonious world. As more individuals awaken to their divine potential, they begin to radiate love, compassion, and wisdom, inspiring others to do the same. This creates a ripple effect, transforming communities, societies, and ultimately, the entire planet. The concept of the 100th monkey effect suggests that when a critical mass of individuals adopts a new behavior or belief, it can spread rapidly throughout the population, even to those who have not been directly exposed to it. This effect could be applied to the spread of Christ consciousness. As more individuals awaken to their divine potential, it could trigger a global shift in consciousness, transforming the world in profound and positive ways. What positive impact can you have on the world around you? Collective consciousness can manifest a new reality based on love, peace, and unity, with Christ consciousness acting as a catalyst for positive change in the world. Collective meditation and visualization have been shown to create positive change in the world, reducing crime rates, promoting peace, and enhancing well-being. By focusing our collective intention on a shared vision of a more compassionate, sustainable, and harmonious world, we can manifest that vision into reality. Imagine a world where love is the guiding principle, where peace prevails over conflict, and where all beings are treated with dignity and respect. This is the promise of Christ consciousness, a vision of a new earth where heaven and earth are united. Embodying Christ consciousness in your daily life involves radiating love, compassion, and wisdom to all those around you. This includes dealing with conflict with kindness and understanding, making ethical decisions that benefit all beings, and expressing gratitude for all the blessings in your life. See the divine in everyone you meet, treating each person with the same love and respect you would offer to Jesus himself. Offer a helping hand to those in need, sharing your resources and talents with generosity. Speak words of encouragement and inspiration, uplifting those around you and reminding them of their own divine potential. Apply the principles of Christ consciousness to everyday situations, transforming ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth and positive change. When faced with conflict, pause, breathe, and respond with kindness and understanding, seeking to find common ground and resolve the situation peacefully. When making decisions, consider the impact on all beings, choosing the option that promotes the greatest good for the greatest number. When expressing gratitude, focus on the positive aspects of your life, appreciating all that you have and attracting even more blessings into your experience. How can you embody Christ consciousness in your daily life and create a more loving and compassionate world? What forces, though, still seek to undermine this potential? But what forces seek to undermine this potential, to keep humanity from embodying Christ consciousness and co-creating a world of love and unity? The answer lies in a hidden history of suppression, a deliberate effort to conceal esoteric knowledge and prevent individuals from accessing their full spiritual power. The Council of Nicaea was not an isolated event, but merely one chapter in a long and complex story of control. Consider the burning of the Library of Alexandria, a repository of ancient wisdom and knowledge, destroyed by acts of war, wiping out countless texts on philosophy, science, and spirituality. Or the persecution of Gnostics, the original Knowers, and other mystery schools, whose teachings emphasized direct spiritual experience over dogma. The Albigensian Crusade, for example, decimated the Cathars, a Gnostic Christian movement in southern France that challenged the authority of the Church and promoted direct access to divine wisdom. This brutal campaign stands as a stark reminder of the lengths to which power structures will go to silence dissenting voices and suppress alternative spiritual paths. Consider also the suppression of scientific discoveries that challenged established religious dogma, such as Galileo's advocacy of heliocentrism, which threatened the Church's geocentric worldview. These historical examples reveal a consistent pattern. Those in power often seek to maintain control by suppressing knowledge that could empower individuals and challenge their authority. These power structures, whether governments, religious institutions, or corporations, have a vested interest in maintaining control over information and consciousness. By keeping people ignorant of their true potential, they can more easily manipulate and control them. The Roman Catholic Church's historical relationship with the suppression of scientific inquiry during the Renaissance illustrates this point. By stifling scientific advancements that contradicted its teachings, the Church maintained its authority and control over the populace. And how has this played out in modern times? The concept of original sin, for instance, has been used for centuries to disempower individuals and instill a sense of unworthiness, hindering their ability to access higher states of consciousness and realize their divine potential. By convincing people that they are inherently flawed, those in power can maintain control and prevent them from challenging the status quo. Today, the suppression of spiritual awareness continues through more subtle, yet equally insidious methods. We live in an age of information warfare, where media manipulation, propaganda, and the control of information through censorship and algorithmic filtering are rampant. Social media algorithms, for example, can be used to create echo chambers and reinforce existing beliefs, limiting exposure to alternative perspectives and hindering critical thinking. This constant bombardment of information, often biased or misleading, can keep individuals trapped in a state of spiritual slumber, unaware of their true potential and the power they possess. Educational systems, too, can be used to promote conformity, obedience, and critical thinking, stifling the development of independent thought and spiritual inquiry. Standardized testing, with its emphasis on rote memorization and conformity, can stifle creativity and individual expression, preventing individuals from exploring their unique gifts and talents. Furthermore, environmental toxins, such as fluoride, heavy metals and pesticides, and processed foods, can calcify the pineal gland and impair cognitive function, further hindering spiritual awareness. Scientific evidence links fluoride to pineal gland calcification and reduced melatonin production, disrupting sleep-wake cycles and potentially impairing cognitive function. The war on consciousness is being waged through various means, aimed at keeping people in a state of spiritual slumber and preventing them from accessing their full potential. Governments have historically used mind control techniques and propaganda to manipulate public opinion and suppress dissent, such as the CIA's MK-Ultra program, which explored the use of mind-altering drugs and psychological techniques to control human behavior. All of these forces act in concert to keep you from realizing the truth of your divine potential. But there are ways to break free from these control mechanisms and unlock the full potential of your pineal gland. Sensory deprivation, through flotation tanks or dark room retreats, can quiet the mind, reduce external stimuli, and enhance inner awareness, promoting pineal gland stimulation and altered states of consciousness. To use sensory deprivation effectively, create a supportive and comfortable environment, free from distractions and external stimuli. This allows the mind to turn inward, accessing deeper levels of consciousness and promoting spiritual insight. Holotropic breathwork, a powerful method for inducing altered states of consciousness, can release emotional blockages and access deep insights and spiritual experiences. This transformative practice involves deep, accelerated breathing combined with evocative music and focused energy release. To participate in holotropic breathwork safely and effectively, seek out qualified practitioners and attend workshops that provide a supportive and structured environment. Psychedelics, such as psilocybin, ayahuasca, and LSD, have the potential to stimulate the pineal gland and induce profound spiritual experiences, but they must be approached with respect, caution, and informed consent. These substances can alter perception, enhance intuition, and facilitate access to higher realms of consciousness. However, it is important to acknowledge the legal restrictions and potential risks associated with psychedelic use. Research and understand the laws in your jurisdiction and seek guidance from qualified professionals before considering the use of psychedelics. It is vital to also understand some potential counterarguments. Unsupervised psychedelic use carries inherent risks. Similarly, sensory deprivation may induce psychosis in predisposed individuals. Integrating altered states of consciousness into daily life in a healthy and balanced way must be a priority, because true transformation is more than just peak experiences. Activating the pineal gland is only one piece of the puzzle, as the clarity and strength of your intention are equally crucial. The placebo effect demonstrates how the power of suggestion can influence the outcome of medical treatments, highlighting the role of intention in healing and transformation. By focusing your intention on a specific outcome, you can influence the results you achieve, whether it's healing, manifesting desires, or deepening your spiritual connection. Aligning your personal will with a higher divine purpose is essential for true transformation. This involves setting intentions that are in harmony with the greater good and promoting the well-being of all beings. Connect with your higher self and align your intentions with divine purpose. Visualize yourself living in alignment with your true potential, radiating love, compassion, and wisdom to all those around you. This involves aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your highest values and striving to make a positive impact on the world. Remember the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, how the individual's journey toward Christ consciousness mirrors the collective evolution of humanity. Individual thoughts, emotions, and beliefs influence the global state of awareness, creating a ripple effect that can transform the world. Individual awakening is essential for planetary transformation. By healing ourselves, we can contribute to the healing of the world. Embodying Christ consciousness in your daily life involves radiating love, compassion, and wisdom in all your interactions. Active listening and empathetic communication can foster deeper connections and resolve conflicts peacefully. Ethical decisions made with a sense of interconnectedness promote the well-being of all beings, guided by the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Furthermore, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth and maintaining a positive attitude transforms adversity into a catalyst for personal evolution, applying previous alchemical concepts to highlight the lead to gold concept of daily transformation. Are you ready to unlock your full potential and become an active agent of change in the world? Remaining in a state of spiritual slumber carries dire consequences, risking environmental destruction, social unrest, and spiritual decline. Yet, the power to create a better world lies within each and every one of you. Resources and techniques for continued exploration and application, including guided meditations, online communities, and opportunities for further study, await you. The journey to Christ consciousness is a lifelong process of self-discovery, transformation, and service to others. Are you ready to embark on this journey and unlock your full potential? But the suppression of esoteric wisdom extends far beyond the events of the early church. To truly grasp the depths of this concealed knowledge, we must delve into the realm of the Gnostic Gospels, texts that offer a radically different perspective on Jesus, his teachings, and the nature of reality itself. How do these alternative scriptures challenge the established narrative, and what secrets do they hold for those seeking to activate their pineal gland and attain Christ consciousness? What truths have been deliberately obscured, and how can we uncover them to unlock our full spiritual potential? Consider, for instance, the Gospel of Thomas, a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus that often diverge significantly from the canonical Gospels. While the canonical Gospels emphasize Jesus' role as a savior who performs miracles and dies for the sins of humanity, the Gospel of Thomas presents Jesus as a wisdom teacher who imparts esoteric knowledge to his disciples, guiding them towards self-realization and inner transformation. Take, for example, saying 3. When you know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will understand that you are children of the living Father. But if you do not know yourselves, then you live in poverty, and you are the poverty. This passage emphasizes the importance of self-knowledge as the key to spiritual awakening, a theme that resonates deeply with Gnostic teachings and the pursuit of Christ consciousness. Now contrast this with the more familiar narratives found in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. While these texts offer profound spiritual insights, they often frame salvation as dependent on external factors, such as faith in Jesus and adherence to religious doctrines. The Gnostic Gospels, on the other hand, place the emphasis squarely on inner transformation and the direct experience of the divine. This divergence extends to fundamental understandings of cosmology and the nature of reality. Gnostic cosmology posits that the material world is not the creation of a benevolent God, but rather the flawed creation of a lesser deity known as the demiurge. This demiurge, often depicted as ignorant or even malevolent, traps souls in a cycle of suffering and illusion. The true God, according to Gnostic teachings, resides in the pleroma, a realm of divine fullness and light that exists beyond the grasp of the demiurge. In this framework, the goal of spiritual practice is not simply to worship God or follow religious commandments, but to escape the illusion of the material world and return to the pleroma, achieving union with the divine. The concept of Maya from Eastern philosophy provides an interesting parallel, that all that can be perceived is an illusion, and enlightenment comes from seeing beyond it. To achieve this inner awakening, the Gnostics employed various practices, including contemplation, meditation, and the cultivation of gnosis, direct, experiential knowledge of the divine. Unlike faith, which relies on belief in doctrines or authority figures, gnosis is attained through personal experience and inner revelation. This direct knowing transcends intellectual understanding and allows individuals to perceive the true nature of reality. For example, Gnostic texts often describe the use of mantras and sacred sounds to induce altered states of consciousness and connect with higher realms of being, techniques that align with practices found in various mystical traditions around the world. How different is this from more standard rote prayer? This concept of accessing higher realms through altered states of consciousness leads us to a deeper exploration of the pineal gland's role as a gateway to higher dimensions. Could this tiny gland, revered by ancient cultures as the seat of the soul, be the key to unlocking our full spiritual potential and experiencing the profound truths revealed in the Gnostic Gospels? Is there more to the pineal gland than meets the scientific eye? Emerging research in quantum physics suggests that the pineal gland may act as a receiver and transmitter of quantum information, linking consciousness to the very fabric of reality. Quantum entanglement, the phenomenon where two particles become linked regardless of the distance separating them, could be mediated by the pineal gland, allowing for non-local communication and access to information beyond the limitations of space and time. Imagine the implications if the pineal gland could enable communication across vast distances, accessing information from other realms or dimensions. The role of light, both external and internal, is also crucial for activating the pineal gland and enhancing its function. Biophotons, weak electromagnetic waves emitted by all living cells, may play a key role in intercellular communication and consciousness. Practices like sun gazing, when done safely and responsibly, and visualization may stimulate the pineal gland by increasing the absorption and emission of biophotons, enhancing intuition and spiritual awareness. Could our thoughts and intentions be influencing the biophotonic activity within our pineal glands, shaping our perception of reality and our connection to the divine? Furthermore, some researchers propose that the pineal gland acts as a portal to the Akashic records, a universal library of all knowledge and experience. By accessing this vast repository of information through meditation and altered states of consciousness, individuals can gain insights into their past lives, understand the interconnectedness of all things, and unlock their full spiritual potential. Visualize yourself accessing the Akashic records through your pineal gland, receiving downloads of wisdom and insight that transform your understanding of yourself and the universe. How would accessing these records change the very nature of reality? But how can we translate these profound insights and esoteric knowledge into practical action, integrating Christ consciousness into our daily lives and creating a more loving and compassionate world? How can we move beyond intellectual understanding and embody these principles in our thoughts, words, and actions? Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, provides a powerful tool for cultivating greater awareness and presence in our daily lives. By applying mindfulness to everyday activities, such as eating, walking, and interacting with others, we can foster a deeper connection to ourselves, our surroundings, and the divine. Imagine eating a meal with complete mindfulness, savoring each bite and fully appreciating the nourishment it provides. Use mindfulness to manage stress, reduce anxiety, and improve emotional regulation by focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Compassionate communication, also known as nonviolent communication, offers a framework for fostering deeper connections, resolving conflicts peacefully, and expressing oneself authentically. This approach emphasizes empathy, active listening, and honest self-expression, allowing individuals to communicate their needs and feelings without resorting to judgment, criticism, or blame. For example, you might practice empathy by actively listening to others without interrupting or judging, seeking to understand their perspective and feelings. This will result in deeper connections and stronger relationships. Ultimately, the expression of Christ consciousness finds its truest form through service to others. By finding meaningful ways to contribute to our communities and the world at large, we embody the love, compassion, and wisdom that define this elevated state of awareness. Whether through volunteering, activism, or simply offering kindness and support to those in need, service to others becomes a powerful catalyst for personal and planetary transformation. What small act of service can you commit to today? Navigating this path is not without its challenges. How can we overcome the obstacles and maintain momentum on our spiritual journey, even when faced with doubt, fear, or disillusionment? What strategies can we employ to stay the course and continue to grow in love, wisdom, and compassion? The dark night of the soul, a period of intense spiritual crisis and disillusionment, often precedes a deeper awakening. During this challenging experience, individuals may question their beliefs, feel lost or disconnected from the divine, and struggle to find meaning or purpose in their lives. Seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or spiritual mentors can provide comfort, guidance, and encouragement during these difficult times. Can you see this struggle as a necessary step in your journey? Ego resistance and self-sabotage can also hinder progress on the spiritual path. The ego, with its attachment to identity, control, and fear, may resist the dissolution of limiting beliefs and the expansion of consciousness. Employing affirmations, visualizations, and other self-empowerment techniques can reprogram limiting beliefs and cultivate a more positive self-image. Through constant mindfulness, these limiting beliefs will start to fall away, and new, helpful beliefs will begin to take root. As you navigate the spiritual marketplace, discern what information is truly valuable. Many voices will speak to you, but trusting your intuition, questioning authority, and seeking out reliable sources of information will keep you on your path. Be wary of gurus, cults, and other groups that seek to control your minds or exploit your vulnerabilities. Don't fall into the trap of those that seek to control. The journey toward Christ consciousness calls us to envision and co-create a new earth, a world transformed by love, peace, and unity. What specific actions can we take to manifest a more just, sustainable, and compassionate world? How can we harness the power of collective intention to shape reality and create a positive future for humanity? Supporting ethical businesses, advocating for social and environmental justice, and promoting peace and understanding in our communities are all vital steps in this co-creative process. Each conscious choice, each act of kindness, each effort to create positive change contributes to the collective awakening of humanity. Visualize a world where all beings live in harmony, where resources are shared equitably, and where peace and justice prevail. By joining together in meditation, visualization, and prayer, we can amplify our collective intention and manifest a positive future for humanity. Participating in global meditation events or joining an online community focused on co-creating a new earth can strengthen our resolve and accelerate the shift in consciousness. Imagine the power of millions of people uniting in a common vision of peace and harmony, radiating love and compassion throughout the planet. The legacy of Christ consciousness is a world transformed by love, peace, and unity, where all beings recognize their interconnectedness and live in harmony with each other and the planet. You have the power to create this future, and your individual contributions are essential for the collective awakening of humanity. The choice is yours. This journey, fueled by suppressed knowledge and the activation of your pineal gland, holds the key to unlocking Christ consciousness and creating a better world. But how do you maintain this heightened state of awareness amidst the chaos and distractions of modern life? What specific practices and techniques can you incorporate into your daily routine to sustain your connection to the divine and radiate love and compassion to all those around you. How then can we truly understand the roles of key figures in the life of Jesus beyond the traditional interpretations offered by mainstream religion? Can we unlock deeper meaning by exploring their esoteric significance? Consider Mary Magdalene, often portrayed as a repentant sinner, yet emerging in Gnostic texts as a key disciple and direct recipient of Jesus's esoteric teachings. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene reveals her profound understanding of inner vision, spiritual authority, and the true nature of the soul, qualities often minimized or ignored in traditional Christian narratives. In this Gospel, Mary recounts conversations with Jesus that delve into the nature of suffering, the illusion of the material world, and the path to liberation. She challenges the other disciples' limited understanding, asserting her own direct connection to Jesus's wisdom. Contrast this with the limited role assigned to her in the canonical Gospels, where she is frequently depicted as a mere follower, her voice and authority suppressed. Could Mary Magdalene represent the embodiment of Gnosis itself, a living testament to the power of direct spiritual knowledge and inner transformation? And why has this powerful image been softened or erased from so much of mainstream religious canon? John the Baptist, typically seen as a mere forerunner to Jesus, can be reinterpreted as an initiator, a figure who prepared individuals for spiritual awakening through baptism and purification. His water baptism symbolizes the cleansing of the mind and emotions, a necessary step in preparing oneself for higher states of consciousness. This practice aligns with esoteric traditions that emphasize the importance of purification and transformation as prerequisites for spiritual growth. Just as alchemists seek to purify base metals into gold, John's baptism calls for the purification of the individual self, paving the way for the descent of the divine spirit. Visualize the waters of baptism washing away limiting beliefs and negative emotions, leaving you cleansed and renewed, ready to receive the light of Christ consciousness. Can we see John the Baptist as more than a historical figure and more as an archetypal symbol for the preparation necessary for spiritual transformation? Then there's Judas Iscariot, the most controversial of Jesus's disciples, typically reviled as the ultimate betrayer. However, an alternative perspective suggests that Judas was a willing participant in fulfilling a divine plan. Esoteric texts hint at the possibility that his betrayal, though seemingly tragic, was a necessary catalyst for Jesus's crucifixion and resurrection, key events in the unfolding of a larger cosmic drama. While this interpretation remains highly debated, it challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about good and evil, free will, and destiny. What if Judas, in his act of betrayal, was playing a crucial role in a preordained sequence of events, a sacrifice for the greater good? This thought experiment challenges traditional morality, asking us to consider that actions aren't so simple and that things aren't always as they appear. These reinterpretations share common threads. They emphasize inner transformation, direct experience, and a challenge to established authority. They invite us to look beyond the literal interpretations of biblical figures and explore the deeper esoteric meanings hidden within these narratives, meanings that resonate with the activation of the pineal gland and the attainment of Christ consciousness. But what does advanced scientific research reveal about this mysterious gland, and how can we harness its power to unlock our spiritual potential? Beyond its role in regulating sleep, melatonin, the hormone produced by the pineal gland, possesses potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immunity-boosting properties, all vital for overall health and well-being. Scientific studies have linked melatonin to the prevention of cancer, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses, highlighting its importance for maintaining physical vitality and resilience. By supporting the pineal gland's function, we can enhance our body's natural defenses and promote longevity. What would happen if the modern medical system fully embraced the power of melatonin? Electromagnetic fields, EMFs, pose a significant threat to the pineal gland, disrupting melatonin production and impairing cognitive function. Research indicates that prolonged exposure to EMFs from electronic devices, power lines, and wireless communication systems can negatively impact the pineal gland, leading to sleep disturbances, hormonal imbalances, and increased risk of chronic diseases. To mitigate these risks, we can implement practical strategies for reducing EMF exposure in our homes and workplaces, such as using EMF shielding devices, limiting screen time, and spending time in nature. Unplugging devices at night, using wired connections instead of Wi-Fi, and surrounding ourselves with plants can all help to minimize EMF exposure and protect the pineal gland. If constant EMF exposure is unavoidable, one can visualize a field of protective energy encompassing their being, which may shield one from the harmful effects. The presence of magnetite crystals within the pineal gland further suggests its role in sensing magnetic fields and subtle energies, connecting us to the Earth's magnetic field and cosmic influences. Magnetite, a naturally magnetic mineral, acts as a tiny antenna, receiving and transmitting information from the environment. Research on magnetoreception in animals has demonstrated their ability to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field, raising the possibility that humans also possess this innate capacity, mediated by the pineal gland. Imagine the pineal gland as a compass, guiding us on our spiritual journey, aligning us with the Earth's energies, and attuning us to the subtle vibrations of the universe. Is this perhaps an explanation of human intuition? These scientific findings underscore the pineal gland's role as a biological receiver and transmitter of subtle energies, reinforcing the ancient wisdom traditions that recognized its importance as a gateway to higher consciousness. But how can we actively engage with these subtle energies to unlock deeper understanding? Lucid dreaming offers a powerful tool for exploring consciousness, accessing inner wisdom, and practicing creative manifestation. By becoming aware that we are dreaming while still within the dream state, we can consciously influence the dream's narrative, explore alternative realities, and gain insights into our subconscious mind. To induce lucid dreams, we can keep a dream journal, perform reality checks throughout the day, and use mnemonic devices to enhance dream recall. For example, you might set an intention before sleep to recognize that you are dreaming, repeating the phrase, "I will become lucid in my dream," several times. The ability to consciously alter the dream reality offers infinite potential to explore the deeper regions of the mind. Out-of-body experiences, OBEs, provide another avenue for expanding consciousness beyond the physical body, exploring other dimensions, and connecting with higher realms of being. While OBEs may seem fantastical or even frightening, they offer a unique opportunity to transcend the limitations of our physical senses and perceive reality from a different perspective. Through meditation, visualization, and binaural beats, we can induce OBEs and embark on journeys into non-physical realms. However, it's essential to approach OBEs with caution and responsibility, grounding ourselves and protecting our energy before, during, and after the experience. What new understandings of reality could be gained from these experiences? Spiritual guides and angels can serve as sources of wisdom, support, and guidance on the spiritual path, offering insights and assistance as we navigate the challenges of life. Through prayer, meditation, and intuition, we can connect with these benevolent beings and receive their guidance, trusting our inner knowing and discerning their messages with critical thinking. When working with guides and angels, it's crucial to maintain discernment, verifying their authenticity and intentions before accepting their guidance. Question everything and trust your intuition. Do the messages resonate with your inner truth, or do they feel manipulative or controlling? Is it possible that these guides and angels are aspects of our higher selves? These practices are interconnected, each complementing and enhancing the others. Lucid dreaming, OBEs, and working with guides can be used synergistically to accelerate spiritual growth and access higher states of consciousness. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can unlock our full spiritual potential and embody the love, peace, and unity of Christ consciousness. But what obstacles might we encounter on this path, and how can we overcome them? One potential pitfall is spiritual bypassing, the tendency to use spiritual concepts to avoid dealing with unresolved emotional issues. Instead of confronting our pain and working through our trauma, we may use spiritual ideas as a way to numb ourselves or escape from difficult emotions. To avoid spiritual bypassing, it's essential to integrate psychological and spiritual work, seeking therapy or counseling to address unresolved emotional issues and develop healthy coping mechanisms. This comprehensive approach ensures that we're not just spiritually enlightened, but also emotionally grounded. How many people seek out spiritual enlightenment as a means to escaping their emotional turmoil? False light, teachings, and deceptive spiritual entities pose another danger on the spiritual path, masquerading as benevolent forces while ultimately seeking to manipulate or control individuals. These teachings often emphasize excessive positivity, avoid difficult emotions, and promise instant enlightenment, luring vulnerable seekers with false promises. To protect ourselves from these deceptive forces, we must cultivate discernment and critical thinking, questioning everything and trusting our intuition. Does the teaching promote empowerment and self-reliance, or does it foster dependence on external authority? Maintaining one's sovereignty is key in avoiding these traps. The ego's resistance to change represents a persistent obstacle on the spiritual path, attempting to sabotage our progress and maintain its control over our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. To overcome the ego's resistance, we can practice self-inquiry, identifying and challenging limiting beliefs and patterns of thought. For example, you might ask yourself, what am I afraid of losing if I let go of this belief? By shining the light of awareness on our limiting beliefs, we can begin to dismantle their power and create space for new, more empowering beliefs to take root. How often is it that we are our own worst enemies? Recognizing these challenges as recurring patterns on the spiritual path is key to overcoming them. Just as a sailor learns to navigate storms, we can learn to navigate the challenges of the spiritual journey with greater skill and resilience. And how does all of this affect the world around us? The Law of One offers a framework for creating a more compassionate and sustainable world. By recognizing the fundamental unity of all beings and the interconnectedness of all things, we can cultivate empathy, compassion, and a sense of responsibility for the well-being of all. This principle calls for ethical decision-making, social justice, and a deep respect for the environment. How would the world change if everyone acted in accordance with the Law of One? Collective action holds immense power to create positive change in the world. By joining together in movements for social and environmental justice, advocating for peace, and promoting sustainable living, we can amplify our impact and shape a more just and compassionate world. Supporting organizations and initiatives that align with our values, participating in peaceful protests, and engaging in acts of service can all contribute to this collective effort. Just as individual drops of water form a mighty ocean, our individual actions can combine to create a powerful wave of change. What collective movement are you most drawn to? Technology, when used consciously and ethically, can connect people, share information, and promote collaboration and innovation, accelerating the shift towards a more sustainable and compassionate world. Social media can be used for social activism, crowdfunding can support community projects, and online education can democratize knowledge, empowering individuals to learn and grow. However, it's essential to acknowledge the potential risks associated with technology, such as privacy concerns, misinformation, and social isolation, and to use it responsibly and intentionally. Are we using technology, or is technology using us? Ultimately, the goal is to create a world where love, peace, and unity prevail, reflecting the divine potential within each of us. This is a constant process of self-improvement and mindful choices. We begin to shape the world by reflecting the potential we wish to see in the world. The time is now to integrate these new actions in our lives, for ourselves, and for our world. But how do we do this? Each time you meditate, hold space for another. Each time you perform kind acts, reflect on your own consciousness in relation to theirs. To do that, we must first undertake to find our own answers. I challenge you to research further. I challenge you to explore and come to your own conclusions, and to use those as the basis to live your life to the fullest. We must act with this understanding. We are all part of the same divine plan, and you have all the answers inside. The goal is to act accordingly. Ancient mystery schools, veiled in secrecy and shrouded in myth, held profound knowledge of pineal gland activation, utilizing techniques far removed from modern understanding. These weren't mere rituals, but precise methodologies aimed at stimulating altered states of consciousness and unlocking latent human potential. Consider the Egyptian mystery schools, where initiates underwent rigorous training involving sensory deprivation in dark chambers, intense meditation practices focused on inner light, and the chanting of specific vowel sounds believed to resonate with the pineal gland. These practices, often accompanied by the ingestion of psychoactive substances like Blue Lotus, were designed to bypass the egoic mind and access higher realms of awareness. Imagine these initiates, cloistered in darkness, their senses deliberately dulled, chanting their way into heightened states of perception. The Greeks, drawing inspiration from the Egyptians, incorporated similar techniques in their Eleusinian mysteries, utilizing ritualistic dramas, ecstatic dances, and visionary sacraments to induce profound spiritual experiences. The Romans, known for their pragmatism, adapted these practices, focusing on the use of specific herbs and minerals to enhance cognitive function and stimulate inner vision. These ancient traditions, though geographically dispersed, shared a common thread: a deep understanding of the pineal gland's role as a gateway to higher consciousness, and a commitment to utilizing specific techniques to unlock its potential, techniques now largely obscured or forgotten. Why have these techniques fallen into obscurity, and what implications does this have for our modern pursuit of enlightenment? The Rosicrucians, a more recent yet equally enigmatic order, delved into the alchemy of consciousness, viewing inner transformation as a process of transmuting base metals into gold. This wasn't literal metallurgy, but a symbolic representation of transforming the lead of limited awareness into the gold of enlightened consciousness, with the activation of the pineal gland playing a pivotal role. Rosicrucian meditation techniques often involved visualizing a radiant rose blooming within the center of the forehead, symbolizing the awakening of the pineal gland and the opening of inner vision. Symbolic rituals, drawing upon Hermetic principles and Christian symbolism, were designed to purify the mind, body, and spirit, creating a fertile ground for spiritual growth. The Rosicrucian concept of the philosopher's stone isn't merely a mythical substance, but an allegory for the fully activated pineal gland, the catalyst for achieving enlightenment and accessing higher realms of being. Consider the Rosicrucian adept, meticulously cultivating inner vision through symbolic practices, striving to unlock the secrets of consciousness encoded within their very being. What secrets did they uncover, and how can we apply their alchemical principles to our own journeys of self-discovery? Yoga, particularly its more advanced practices centered around Kundalini awakening, offers a powerful pathway to igniting the inner fire and stimulating the pineal gland. Kundalini, often depicted as a serpent coiled at the base of the spine, represents a potent reservoir of dormant energy, and the goal of Kundalini Yoga is to awaken this energy and guide it upwards through the chakras, culminating in the activation of the pineal gland and the attainment of samadhi, or union with the divine. Specific asanas, such as inversions like headstand and shoulder stand, increase blood flow to the brain and stimulate the pineal gland directly. Pranayama techniques, such as breath of fire and alternate nostril breathing, purify the energy channels, and enhance the flow of prana, or life force, throughout the body. Mudras, symbolic hand gestures, redirect energy flow and focus intention. Meditation practices, particularly those involving visualization of light and sound within the third eye center, further stimulate the pineal gland and promote spiritual awakening. Imagine the yogi meticulously practicing these ancient techniques, channeling the flow of Kundalini energy to unlock higher states of awareness and experience the divine within. Does the practice of Kundalini yoga serve as a literal technique to stimulate the pineal gland, or is the correlation more symbolic? But the pineal gland is not only a gateway to enlightenment, it can also be a target. The manipulation of consciousness through psychotronic warfare represents a disturbing application of advanced technology, with the potential to negatively impact the pineal gland and disrupt human thought, emotion, and perception. EMF weapons, capable of emitting focused beams of electromagnetic radiation, can disrupt brainwave patterns and induce altered states of consciousness, potentially impairing cognitive function and emotional stability. Subliminal messaging, embedded in media and advertising, bypasses conscious awareness and implants suggestions directly into the subconscious mind, influencing behavior and manipulating beliefs. Other forms of psychological manipulation, such as gaslighting and propaganda, distort reality and undermine critical thinking, further eroding individual autonomy. Consider the implications of these technologies, wielded by governments or corporations seeking to control populations and suppress dissent. Are we aware of the extent to which our thoughts and emotions are being influenced by these unseen forces, and what can we do to protect ourselves? Chemical and environmental assaults represent a more insidious threat to the pineal gland, a silent war waged through the introduction of toxins that impair cognitive function and suppress spiritual awareness. Fluoride, commonly added to drinking water, has been shown to accumulate in the pineal gland, leading to calcification and reduced melatonin production. Heavy metals such as mercury and lead, found in food, air, and water, disrupt neurological function and impair cognitive abilities. Pesticides, widely used in agriculture, interfere with hormonal balance and disrupt the endocrine system, further impacting pineal gland function. The synergistic effects of these toxins, combined with the constant bombardment of EMFs and psychological manipulation, create a perfect storm, suppressing spiritual awareness and hindering our ability to connect with our higher selves. Imagine the cumulative effect of these toxins, slowly eroding our cognitive abilities and spiritual potential. Are we truly aware of the extent to which our environment is being poisoned, and what steps can we take to protect ourselves and future generations? The control of information represents another powerful tool for shaping reality, manipulating beliefs, and suppressing spiritual inquiry. Governments, corporations, and other institutions can control the flow of information through censorship, propaganda, and the use of algorithms to filter and manipulate online content. Censorship of alternative viewpoints limits access to diverse perspectives and stifles critical thinking. Propaganda distorts reality and promotes specific agendas, influencing public opinion and manipulating behavior. Algorithms filter and personalize online content, creating echo chambers where individuals are only exposed to information that confirms their existing beliefs, further reinforcing biases and limiting exposure to new ideas. Consider the power of these tactics, wielded by those seeking to maintain control and suppress dissent. How can we cultivate critical thinking skills, seek out diverse perspectives, and resist the manipulation of information in our increasingly digital world? But the power is always with the individual. Sound and frequency, harnessed consciously, can heal the body, calm the mind, and stimulate the pineal gland, offering a potent antidote to the negative effects of psychotronic warfare, chemical assaults, and information control. Binaural beats and isochronic tones, auditory techniques that entrain brainwave frequencies can induce altered states of consciousness conducive to pineal gland activation. Specific brainwave frequencies, such as alpha 812 Hz and theta 47 Hz, are associated with relaxation, meditation, and increased creativity, while delta frequencies, 054 Hz, promote deep sleep and cellular regeneration. By listening to binaural beats and isochronic tones tuned to these frequencies, we can gently guide our brainwave patterns and induce desired states of consciousness. Be sure to always use headphones when listening to binaural beats, or the effect will be lessened. What specific frequencies resonate most deeply with your pineal gland, and how can you use sound to enhance your spiritual practice? Mantras and chanting, sacred sounds that have been used for centuries to promote healing and spiritual awakening, create specific vibrational frequencies that can heal the body, calm the mind, and stimulate the pineal gland. Sanskrit mantras, such as Om Mani Padme Hum, and Tibetan chants, such as the Heart Sutra, carry profound spiritual meaning and generate powerful vibrations that resonate with the subtle energy centers of the body. The vibration of these sacred sounds can break up energetic blockages, promote emotional release, and stimulate the flow of prana or life force throughout the body. The act of chanting itself can create a sense of unity and connection, both within ourselves and with others, promoting healing and well-being. The vibrations from these chants can almost be felt tangibly in the body. What specific mantras or chants resonate most deeply with your soul, and how can you incorporate them into your daily life? Sacred geometry, the underlying mathematical patterns that govern the structure of the universe, offers another powerful key to activating the pineal gland and connecting with higher realms of consciousness. The golden ratio, 1:618, the Fibonacci sequence, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. And other geometric patterns are found throughout nature, from the spiral of a seashell to the branching of a tree, reflecting the underlying order and harmony of the cosmos. These patterns resonate with the structure and function of the pineal gland, stimulating its crystalline structure and enhancing its ability to receive and transmit subtle energies. By contemplating sacred geometric patterns, such as the flower of life or the Metatron's cube, we can awaken our intuition, enhance our creativity, and connect with the divine intelligence that permeates all of creation. Is it possible that these patterns serve as a blueprint for consciousness itself, encoded within our very being? Integrating esoteric wisdom into our daily lives requires practical application, creating a foundation for spiritual growth and transformation. Creating a sacred space in your home or workplace, using specific objects, symbols, and practices to anchor positive energy, provides a sanctuary for meditation, contemplation, and spiritual practice. Crystals such as amethyst, clear quartz, and selenite amplify energy and enhance intuition. Candles symbolize inner light and promote a sense of peace and tranquility. Incense cleanses the energy field and creates a sacred atmosphere. Intention is key to creating a sacred space, setting a clear intention for its use and dedicating it to the pursuit of spiritual growth. A sacred space can serve as a constant reminder of your commitment to spiritual practice, a refuge from the chaos of the outside world. What specific objects, symbols, and practices resonate most deeply with your soul, and how can you create a sacred space that nurtures your spiritual growth? Living in alignment with nature, spending time outdoors, and reconnecting with the earth grounds our energy, reduces stress, and enhances spiritual awareness. Forest bathing, the practice of immersing oneself in the sights, sounds, and smells of the forest, reduces stress hormones, boosts the immune system, and promotes a sense of well-being. Gardening connects us with the cycles of nature and cultivates a sense of gratitude for the abundance of the earth. Hiking allows us to explore the natural world, challenge our physical limits, and experience the beauty and power of nature. Earthing, connecting directly with the Earth's surface by walking barefoot on grass or sand, reduces inflammation, improves sleep, and promotes overall health. What specific activities help you reconnect with the natural world, and how can you incorporate them into your daily life? The power of gratitude, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, enhances our sense of well-being and opens us up to greater abundance and joy. Keeping a gratitude journal, writing down things you are grateful for each day, shifts your focus from negativity to positivity and enhances your overall mood. Expressing gratitude to others, verbally or in writing, strengthens relationships and promotes a sense of connection and appreciation. Simply taking time each day to appreciate the blessings in your life, noticing the beauty of a sunset, the warmth of a cup of tea, or the love of a friend, cultivates a sense of contentment and joy. Gratitude is not just an emotion, but a powerful practice that can transform your life. What specific blessings are you grateful for today, and how can you express your gratitude to the world? These are not separate practices, but interwoven aspects of a holistic approach to spiritual awakening. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can unlock our spiritual potential, connect with higher realms of consciousness, and embody the love, peace, and unity of Christ consciousness. The choice is ours, to remain asleep or to awaken and embrace our divine potential. And what awaits us as we take further steps on this journey of esoteric wisdom, Christ consciousness, the awakened pineal gland? These are not esoteric concepts reserved for a select few, but universal principles accessible to all who seek them. The secret teachings we've explored are not about exclusivity, but about unlocking the dormant potential within each of us. Meditation, chanting, a conscious diet free from toxins, and the integration of sacred geometry, these are not mere practices, but tangible tools for directly influencing the pineal gland, decalcifying its structure, and thereby elevating consciousness. The kingdom within that Jesus spoke of is not a distant paradise, but a state of inner peace, love, and unity attainable through the activation of this very gland. A state of being where the illusion of separation dissolves and the interconnectedness of all things becomes palpably real. Have you felt this connection begin to stir within you, the resonance of these ancient truths echoing in your soul? To recognize the interconnectedness of all things is to dissolve the illusion of separation, a fundamental expression of Christ consciousness. This isn't just a philosophical concept, but a call to action, a recognition that our thoughts, emotions, and actions ripple outwards, impacting the collective consciousness of humanity. Transcending the ego and recognizing oneself as an integral part of a larger whole is not an escape from responsibility, but an embrace of it. When separation is seen as the illusion it truly is, we are compelled to act with compassion, to extend our circle of concern beyond ourselves and our immediate circle, and to embrace responsibility for the well-being of our communities, the planet, and all living beings. Can you feel the weight of this responsibility, the exhilarating potential to make a tangible difference in the world? The journey towards Christ consciousness is not merely a personal quest, but a vital step in humanity's spiritual evolution, for as one awakens, they awaken the collective. Each individual spark of consciousness, ignited with love and wisdom, contributes to a global shift, paving the way for a more compassionate, sustainable, and harmonious world. This is not a utopian fantasy, but a very real possibility, a potential future that we can actively create through our choices, our actions, and our unwavering commitment to truth. True freedom comes not from external sources or societal approval, but from within, from self-awareness, self-mastery, and alignment with one's higher purpose. Reclaiming personal sovereignty by rejecting societal programming, seeking out alternative knowledge, and taking full responsibility for our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Are you ready to step into this power, to become a conscious co-creator of reality? The choice, ultimately, is yours, and the moment to choose is now. You have a moral and ethical responsibility to awaken, to embrace the wisdom we've explored, and to share this knowledge with others, thereby contributing to the awakening of the world. Practice mindfulness, cultivate compassion, make ethical decisions, and live each day with intention, grounding your energy by connecting with nature. Avoid fluoride, processed foods, and negative influences, nourishing your pineal gland with the pure, vibrant energy of life force. These steps, seemingly small in isolation, align with the hermetic principles of transmutation, purification, and illumination, creating a powerful catalyst for inner transformation. What daily rituals will you commit to, and how will you weave these practices into the fabric of your life? Connect with like-minded individuals, share your experiences, and support each other on this journey. For it is the act of sharing this knowledge, of building a community of awakened souls, that truly dismantles the suppression of information and empowers us to reclaim our collective destiny. Live authentically, discover your unique gifts, and use them to serve the world, for this is the ultimate expression of Christ consciousness, a life lived in alignment with purpose and guided by love. This journey is not about achieving perfection or escaping suffering, but about embracing the totality of human experience with compassion, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to truth. How will you share your unique gifts with the world, and how will you contribute to the collective awakening? This, however, is just the beginning. What other hidden dimensions of reality await our discovery? How can we collectively harness the power of consciousness to create a better world? The exploration of suppressed and esoteric knowledge is a lifelong process, a journey without end. Consider the implications of a society awakened, a world where consciousness is valued above all else. What new technologies might emerge? What social changes might unfold? What spiritual revolutions might sweep across the planet? Your participation is essential, so subscribe, comment, share, and engage with future content, sharing your insights and experiences in the comments below. In our future videos, we will discuss T's future topics, and your comments will help guide us. As homework, take some time for self-reflection, and remember, the power to unlock your inner potential, to activate your pineal gland, and to embody Christ consciousness resides within you, waiting to be awakened. The journey begins